Hello great students, this is one of those questions that appeared in one of your examination, the GC examination, and it has to do with angle of elevation and depression. It is tactical and it takes a lot of brain work. One good thing I used to tell my students is if you can draw it, then you can do what? Then you can solve it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can get solutions to questions like this. We are going to solve this question now, and I want you to follow up and don't forget to make sure that you take notes of this question. It will aid you in solving many other questions in angle of elevation. So let's get straight into it. Now the question says A and B are 2 points on level ground, both due south of a flagpole. The angle of elevation of the top of the flagpole is 60 degrees from A and 45 degrees from what? From B. If A is 20 meters from the foot of the flagpole, find A what? B. Now the question is you should find AB. Remember I told you if you can draw it, then you can do what? Then you can solve it. Now let's look at the drawing. Now we have a flagpole. And remember they told you that there are 2 points on that flagpole. And the 2 points are points A and what? And points B. One thing that is noteworthy is that point A is 20 meters from the foot of the what? Of the flagpole, and this is the foot of the flagpole. So we'll have a point here and we'll have a point here. This is point A and this is point what? B. Now many people usually make a mistake of putting points A here and point B because we are told that A and B are 2 points on level ground, both due south of a what? Of a flag what? A flagpole. This is the south, north, south, east, and what was. This is south of the what? Of the flagpole. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the flagpole is 60 degrees from what? From A. So we'll get this to the top of the flagpole, and it is what? 60 what? 60 degrees from what? From point A. And 45 degrees from point what? From point B. So this will give us what? Our 45 what? Our 45 degree. Now it is properly drawn. Now if A is 20 meters from the foot, this point to this point, the foot of the flagpole is what? Is 20 what? 20 meters. The question says find what? AB. This is the point you are asked to what? To find. Let's now assume that that point you are requested to find is what? Is point X. So now you see we have put these total sentences into what? Into drawings. Now let's assume that this is the top of our flagpole, this is the foot of the flagpole. Now we see we have our AF, our BF, and we have our what? Our TF. Now the first thing we are going to ask ourselves is to get a value for this. Remember, this is opposite to this and this is adjacent, and we don't have the value for the height of the what? Of the flagpole. So from here now we can see that our tang 45 degrees, let's look for a value for tang 45 degrees equal to, remember the tang of an angle is equal to opposite over what? Over the adjacent. Remember your what? Your SOHCAHTOA what? Your SOHCAHTOA, where this signifies the sine opposite over hypotenuse. This is the cos adjacent over hypotenuse. This is the tang opposite over what? Over adjacent. So you find out that your tang is opposite over what? Over adjacent. So what is the opposite? The opposite is the side facing any what? Any angle. So the side facing this angle is the what? Is the TF. So that will be what? TF over the adjacent is what? Is B what? Is B what? Is BF. which is the total of this what, of this length. Now you see that will give us the first what, that will give us the first what, that will give us the first equation. Remember what we are looking for. We are looking for the value of what, BA. Now the next thing we are going to look for is to look for tan what, tan of 60 what degree. The tan of 60 degree is what, opposite, right, over what, over adjacent, and the opposite is what, is T what, TF over, and the adjacent is what, is 20 what, 20 meters. Now do you notice now that if we take this as equation 2, from this equation 2 we can be able to find the value of what, TF. Now if you cross multiply, you find out that your TF will be equal to what, 20 tan what, 20 tan 60 what degree. Let's take from equation what, let's take equation what, equation 2. So TF will be 20 tan 60 degree. Now the question you ask yourself is, what is tan 60 degree? Now I'm going to advise you, when you are solving a question involving questions like this, try to use your special triangle formulas. Now what is your special triangle? The special triangles are derived from an equilateral triangle, that's for 30 and 60, and that equilateral triangle, we have our 60 here and we have 60 here. Equilateral triangle is a triangle that have all its sides what, equal. This side is 2, this side is 2. Since this line divides this into 2, this will be 1 1 and this will be what, 2 2. So if you use Pythagoras theorem to find the height, you find out that this place will be root what, 3. And since this angle is 60 and this cuts this will be what, 30 what degree, and that is what, that is the special triangle. Now we are going to look for tan 60 degree. Remember our tan is what, opposite over what, adjacent. So 60 is opposite over what, adjacent. That will be what, root what, 3 over what, root 3 over 1. So we'll do away with this because we've gotten what we need. Know how to have that in your memory so that whenever you have it, you can easily bring it out. So this will give us our TF now will be equal to what, 20 times what, root 3 over what, 1, which will equal to what, 20 root what, 20 root 3. Now do you notice now that our TF, the height of the flagpole, is what, 20 root 3. Now easily it has opened the gate for us. So applying from equation 1, if we substitute TF into equation 1, we are going to have tan 45 degree to be equal to what, 20 root what, 3 over what, B what, over BF. Now do you know what BF is? Is what, x plus what, plus 20a. So if we cross multiply, we are going to have our what, we are going to have our what, tan what, tan 45 degree times what, BF to be equal to what, 20 root what, 20 root 3. Now what is tan 45 degree? Now to get tan 45 degree, we are going to look at an isosceles triangle. And this is 1, this is 1, and this will give us what, root 2. And it has the angle to be what, 45 what, 45 degree. Now with an isosceles triangle, we are going to get, which is a special triangle, we are going to get what tan 45 degree is. Now what is tan 45? Opposite over adjacent. This is opposite over what, over adjacent. Remember the hypotenuse is always the longest side in any what, in any triangle. So this is the opposite of this angle and this is the adjacent. So that means tan 45 degree will be equal to 1 over 1, which is equal to what, 1. So that will give us what, 1 times what, 1 times what, x plus what, plus 20 equal to what, 20 root what, 20 root 3. So this will give us what? X plus 20 equal to what? 20 root what? Root 3. Good. Now remember, we are looking for the value of x because we are asked to find AB, which is what? This AB. That is what we are requested to what? To look for. So to find that AB, our x will be equal to what? If we simplify further, we're going to have our x to be equal to what? 20 root 3 minus what? This goes over here, minus what? 20. So our x will be equal to 20 is common into bracket root what? 3 minus what? Minus 1. So that will give us the value of what? X. X is equal to 20 into bracket root 3 minus 1 in what? In meters. Now if you find out that, you are going to see that this is going to be your what? The solution to that question that is given to you. So you see, solving question on angles of elevation and depression is very important and it's very easy. All you need to do is to know how to go about drawing the diagram. Now don't make that mistake of putting your A here before what? Before B. If you put your A here before B here, you are going to make drastic what? Mistake, because this angle is 60 degree while this is what? 40 degree according to the what? According to the question. You want more questions on angle of elevation and depression, watch subsequent of our videos, and we're going to bring you videos like this that can help you understand this topic very well. Thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I say hit the subscribe button now, as we look forward to bringing you more questions on angle of elevation and depression.